Hey guys, Brian here from Better Chess Training. And in today's video, I wanted to share this new discovery I made on Lichess. It's a new feature called Puzzle Streak. And I think the general idea is that you solve puzzles and they progressively get harder, and you try to see how far you can make your streak. And if you get one wrong, you have to sort of start at the beginning. So to start very easy, I did a couple problems already, but let's see how far we can go. Okay, so this is the third problem in the streak, or maybe it's the fourth, and we have to discover what the next move is going to be. So here, I think, let's see, I'm already seeing some ideas with discovered checks. Does the double check do anything? The one thing that the double check does is it prevents um, black from being able to interpose a piece. So I think it's knight to g5 check, and the king has to go to either um, g8 or h8, and then we can checkmate with queen to h7. Okay? All right. So here we are, and um, let's do our next problem here. The rating of this problem is 1119, so it's going to get progressively harder here. But this should still be fairly straightforward. Okay, our queen's being attacked. Let's see here. I mean, this um, queen takes b8 lends itself, and it looks like we might be trapping the rook because um, if it goes to a6, we take it with the bishop. And now white does have a check here, so queen takes b7, queen to a3, check, and then I think I might just be able to play king to b1, and then I should be okay. Because if bishop takes c2 check, I just take it. Queen takes a2, I could actually just bring my queen back, and I've won a piece for a piece for a pawn, I think. Okay, so queen to b7, and here I just have to make sure my queen's not going to get trapped. And I think basically if I take on a8, then the knight can move, and I can just get my queen um, out of dodge. Let me see here. If the knight moves to, say, d7 with the idea of playing rook to b8, I think at that point I can play uh, my queen back to a6 and then scoot out that way. Um, Let me think here. Or I could just bring my bishop or my queen back to, say, b3, and after rook to b8, play queen to a4, for example, and then it's safe also. So I think I can just take it. Okay, well, that was that. Okay, here it looks like just a strict mate in two. Queen takes e8 check, rook takes e8, rook takes e8 should be checkmate. Okay, and now the rating is 1153, so it's going up very slowly. So there's some opportunities here, and this is I forget the name of this mate. I just knight to g3 check, h takes g3, rook to h5 is mate. Okay, so we're up to 7. And let's just see how far we can go. I just kind of want to show off the this feature, and you can check that out when you get a chance here. But let's see here. Do we have any? Oh, looks like we have a mate here because this rook is pinned. So um, rook takes h6 check, and if king takes h6, queen to h4 is mate, and if the king goes to g8, queen to e8 is mate. So okay, now we're up. The rating for the problem is now 1286, so it's getting again progressively harder, but still fairly straightforward. Okay, knight takes e1, but it looks like we just have a mate here with queen takes h7 check, king to f8, queen to h8 is mate. Okay, so far so good. And here I think again we have a mate in 2. Queen takes f7 check. King to h8 looks forced, and then queen to g8 is mate. Okay, this is let's see here. I think it is rook to f5 check. King to h4 seems forced. Queen to, or I'm sorry, rook to g4 is mate. Okay. So these are nice fundamental problems. We're up to 1392 now. Okay. So here we have this attack here. Um, can I just take it? I mean, is it just hanging? But material, he has an extra rook. So I'm trying to look for something more forcing first. It looks like, is queen takes f6 check just checkmate? It looks like it is. And I think the whole point is people probably get this wrong because they probably take the rook. Okay. So it kind of can't do it too quickly. Can't do it too quickly. Okay, this is a common or a well-known mating pattern here. I think it's queen to, so you don't want to play queen to h7 check right away because it the king goes here and then the knight can come back. I think so. Let's see. I think it's queen takes f7. I'm sorry, f2 check, king to h8, queen to um, h4 check, king to g1, and now queen to h2 check, king to f1, and then I think the point here is that I can play. Actually, could I have done it earlier? Yeah, I actually no. You know what? I think I could do it in a quicker way. I think I could get queen to h2 check, king to f1, queen to h1 check, knight to g1, and then we have that smothered mate with knight to h2 as mate. Okay. There's another mating pattern where you take on the F file first, and then it's a combination. But this is actually that was actually faster. Okay, it looks here like rook takes d8 is forced. Oh, okay. I could also do knight takes d8, I guess. So let me think why I would do one versus the other. I think I need to take with the rook because I need to cover. Otherwise, queen to g8 is mate. So I think I just take with the rook. Okay, he takes here. And what is the idea here? That I'm just up a piece? Oh, never mind. I take with the queen, and then he takes another pawn, but I should be well ahead. Okay. So some of these aren't really like combinations as much as making sure you don't screw it up somehow. Okay, this looks like a straightforward mate in 2 with queen to, let's see, I'm not in check. So queen to uh, d2 check, king to f1, queen, queen to f2 check. So let's just do that. Okay. So we're at 15. I wonder what the record on these are because these are pretty easy. So we won't go too far. We'll see. By the way, I hope if you want, you can solve these with me. I guess I should have said that earlier. Okay. This problem looks like a deflection of the king and then a fork. Let me see here, or maybe not. Um, looking at rook to f6 check. If the king the king is not forced to go to d7, otherwise rook to d6 check. But after, oh, and it just we're just forcing the king away from the bishop. So here, so the king is not defending the bishop, and then we just take the bishop. Okay. Okay, this knight is forking. Let's look at towards the king first. Make sure there's nothing going on there. Wow, let's see. It looks like, let me just count the material. It looks like black is up a ton of material. Oh, do I have a mate here? So this is why we always have to look here. Queen to h7 check, king to f8, queen to h8. I think something about these problems, they come from games, but the thing that's cool about them is that it's since they're from games, they're kind of wacky positions, and it forces you to look for why you're doing certain things. So I think this is just mate in two. Okay, so we're at 17, and we're just going to keep going. Let's try to get to, let's just do a few more, and then if I can keep getting them right, and then we'll let it go at that. Okay, this looks like it could be some type of mating combination here. I'm seeing g5 check, and then the king is forced to come to f5 because the rook is covering this escape square, and then rook takes f3, I believe, is just mate. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Now we're up to 1588 on the puzzles. Now there doesn't seem to be a time factor like in the chess.com puzzles. So I think, or it's not like a speed thing. It's more of getting them right and not missing. So this could be a nice training tool also to progressively build up your chess tactics. Okay, let's see here. Um, it, it looks like this knight is just, or this queen is just trapped. Let me just make sure we're material is pretty much even otherwise. I think this queen is just trapped. Let me make sure there's nothing better before we move on. So knight to g8, and the queen can't go anywhere safely. But let's see if he does like say rook takes g8, and then I think we just take knight takes. I'm sorry, rook takes g5, knight takes g5. Again, we just take on h6. Oh, and you know what? That's, oh no, yeah. Then the knight is covering f7. So I think we just play this. Okay, that is correct. And see, now we take the queen, and the knight was covering f7 because the threat was knight takes f7 check to fork the queen and the king in that previous problem. Okay, I would click back just to show that to you, but I'm not sure if we can do that while we are in the middle of the process. So let's just keep going. Okay. I think this is. I think I could do an in between check here, like queen to b6 check, because the queen cannot interpose, and then I'm just winning this queen. So I think that's the answer. Yep. Okay. Next up here. Okay, here I'm seeing knight takes f6, bishop takes f6, and then knight here, and then we'll have two attackers on this knight after the queen moves back, say to d8. So I think that's the answer, but let me look to make sure I'm not missing anything. See, this is part of tactics. Since the time is not a factor, we don't want to. That looks like is what it would be. So knight to d5, queen to d8, and then um, knight takes f6. Oh no, that doesn't work. Oh yeah, yeah. I have two. I have two knights hitting f6. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, I forgot to take first. Ugh. Oh, my streak is over. Oh no, I got it wrong here. I forgot to take there. Um, I said it too. So what happens is over on the right. Oh well, let me show you. Okay, I just wanted to show you what the end screen looks like here. It says game over here on the right, and a new streak. And so, I have to tell you, I'm a little disappointed that I messed up that move order because I said the right answer and I made the move too quickly. So this also helps you to train your attention to detail and your focus too. But I thought it was a great um, game. I think this is a neat little feature, and maybe in the comments below, you guys can try this out and post your top streak. Mine's at 20. I think I could have gone a little further because I actually did get. I knew what the answer was, but I misclicked, or I moved it, changed the move order right at the last second there. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I think that the puzzle streak is a great new feature of Lichess. Of course, depending on when you're watching on it, it might not be that new. Check it out if you haven't already. I also created a general beginner tutorial for Lichess, and you can check out that video over there. If there's anything else you would like to see tutorial for regarding Lichess, let me know in the comments. I'm not affiliated with Lichess. I just think it's a great place to play and study chess. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.